Hey there, everybody! Welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Vampire the Masquerade. I am the board game guru and vampire extraordinaire, Jahananan.
It's me, Casualty CDG, and I'll be reprising my role as Chromeo Cash, a vampire who is decked out with chrome fangs and a silver suit, with a chrome car that has recently been ghost ridden into the bay, as he's going to purchase a new one soon.
And a bitch face. Oh,
It's true. It's true. Yeah, it's me, Aaron Bombier. What do I do? I'm writing a game with Adventure Sling Productions, but tonight I am here as Aveline Colombo. Um, yeah, she's sad, she's bad, and that's all I had.
And I am Vampire Bites. I'm running the story here tonight. Storyteller after a fashion. I'm also running a game on Sundays on my channel for those interested in diving into Vampire. But we are currently roughly in the middle of this mini chronicle. It's the introduction to Crimson Gutter. There's a Wight roaming the streets of Ashford, and mostly it's struck on or near the domain of this coterie. And so suspicion was cast upon them. Didn't help that they're not official kindred in the Camarilla's eyes. So the prince invited them all to an Elysium. The prince, of course, didn't even deign to show and sent his seneschal in to inform everybody of the Wight's activities and to point the finger of blame. They did manage to assuage the accusations to some degree, but in order to truly defend their honor and prove their worth to the Camarilla, they were tasked with bringing in this Wight. This is not a combat-centric coterie, so mostly they've been doing a lot of investigation. They've managed to track down that this Wight was a former Camarilla member of the Gangrel clan. They found a former coterie mate and a couple of ghouls that knew the Wight when he was an active kindred and not lost to the beast. The first ghoul that they interviewed and interrogated was a reporter. She gave them a little bit of information, but she didn't even really know about the whole kindred side of things. Alan was just one of her bosses that told her to cover things up sometimes when she was digging through to try and find the truth. Or to at least lead people in the wrong direction. But lately, she's been poking her head in a little bit more because Alan's not around to slow her down anymore. And some of her stories have skirted very close to the masquerade, hinting at supernatural occurrences. The other lead that they had was at the police station. They did not investigate that one yet, so that is a possible scene that we might be doing tonight. Scroll back through where I was. That was Troy, who was also... Troy was also a ghoul. Yeah, Troy was also a ghoul. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Troy is the one that doesn't know. Alicia is the newspaper journalist, and she is vaguely aware of what's going on. In fact, she's asked to be fed, and one of the coterie, Wolfgang, agreed to feed her and take her in as his own. Wolfgang also decided to go investigate over at the Church of Cain to see what's going on there. Unfortunately, Wolfgang did not come back. But his sire, Cleo, does. And when you see the dice roll, it will show a different character's name and picture because I don't have Cleo loaded in as an NPC, but this character happens to have the same stat block. So,
Thank you for the sub, MJ Gin Up. By all means, yeah, sub and run. Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you very much for stopping in.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
sub and run, that's like, Subway, eat flesh.
No.
That's what the Wight's doing anyway. So,
Yeah, White's eat at Subway.
oh, no. We are going to reroll 3 of those failures, please. Seriously?
Brutal.
He will spend another willpower. Or she will. Cleo is spending another. Alright, 4 successes. So, I need everyone to roll me Intelligence plus Resolve.
Int resolve.
Let me know what you get. You need a difficulty of 4. Is if it asks for the difficulty, I forget whether Demiplane does, because I've been using alchemy so much lately.
0 successes on my side.
I only got
Wolf-
1.
Okay,
How many do we need?
4.
I got 2. I'm gonna use a willpower.
Okay. Yeah, Cleo burned 2 to get those 4.
How many can you reroll with a willpower?
3. Up to 3 not hunger dice.
It's letting me roll 4. But that might eat 2 willpower or something. I don't know. 4 successes.
Okay. Nori, you do remember Wolfgang. Chromio, Ava, Wolfgang who? You've never known a Wolfgang. That person has been erased from your memory. And this woman is just here, lavish. She's a fashion designer, owns her own fashion, the entire fashion industry of Ashford, essentially. Built up by her own bootstraps and a little bit of family money from an old indie boutique, and now she basically heads up the entire industry, fashion industry section of Ashford. Don't know why she's here. Nori, you do. She was telling y'all to forget about him and implanting a gap. Not implanting a false memory, but just implanting a gap anywhere that Wolfgang was mentioned.
But it doesn't work.
But
out.
Nori, you do remember. Yeah.
And I realized that she did that.
Oh yeah, you know what she did.
Is this the lady that's his sire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. No.
She's the one that
Yeah,
came to the
'cause-
club and was telling us all about vampires and stuff.
No, that was Ava's sire. Right?
Ah, I thought that was Wolfgang's sire.
No, that was.
No, it was
well, my
Cleo.
notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I was
Cleo.
gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Your memories are better than mine. Good job.
I'll give her like a look, but I'm not gonna say anything because I'm worried that she's gonna like be mad.
Try again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She might be aware that I remember, but at least I'm smart enough to keep my mouth shut. I don't know. Maybe that'll.
Yeah. Yeah, she does know that doesn't work on you.
Yeah.
And she just looks at you like, you forget too, right?
Forget what?
Good boy.
Yeah. I don't know. She already had questions about me, and yeah, She knows I have like aspects and shit, so like I don't know.
Yeah.
I bet she's not terribly surprised, but
I'm just going to really quickly double check to see if anybody has anything that would have given them a bonus. And nope.
yeah, I was
Oh,
also
wait.
really
What's
upset
it right
I missed at first because that's like the best combination of numbers I have. 4 and a 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's like the highest roll I could possibly like
Nice.
build. So I was like, I better pass.
In fact, Chromio, you were supposed to take a penalty on that. But that's okay. Doesn't matter now.
I'm one of the best at Wolfgang Who. Don't even worry about me.
Yep. So, Nori, you remember that Wolfgang went off to the church, but nobody else even remembers Wolfgang. And you know that you're not supposed to remember.
Yeah.
But you do all still have the lead of the police station that you could follow tonight. Or you could cut your losses because you've only got a couple of hours. It's enough time to deal with the police station if you want to head there. Or you can rest for the day, wrap things up, rest for the day, and we'll start the next chapter instead.
Alicia gave
That's
us
up to y'all.
Alicia gave us the lead of Troy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, we went through all that to get this lead. I think we should strike while the iron's hot. I feel like there's a kind of a timetable here, right? I feel a little pressed.
Hey, every second we don't catch that damn thing's another second our necks are on the line.
See?
Yeah, that's
exactly.
true.
I mean, you do have the benefit of knowing who it is. I mean, that is still an option, is just taking that information to the prince without any actual evidence. Although you do have the picture, and he was Camarilla, so the prince should know, or the sheriff would know, and, unless they want to pin it on you, in which case evidence won't help.
Yeah, that's more what I'm worried about. I think we need to see this thing through.
Yeah. Let's see what Troy has to offer and build a more complete picture before we, take it to the judge, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm not in any rush to talk to any of those people. They're scary. Like, I know I'm a vampire, but, like, only barely. Like, they're really vampires, and I don't want to fuck with them. I'm just drinking Capri Sun out here. Alright, let's go to the police, the wheel station. Can you get us access, Ava? You are a lawyer, right?
Close enough. I probably can.
Cool.
So he works there late. Just really quick. He works there late, right? Most nights.
Yep.
I work late. I would use my mask for this as Kelly Donnelly.
And that's the firm that is planning on defending the guilty or not,
Yes.
defending the defendant if the defendant is ever caught or even discovered. And they do have notes to know that Troy is on the case.
That's right. So it's an easy setup for me. I'll explain to everyone. Actually, I suppose those documents I brought into the office, I think earlier this night, produced the ones that just kind of demonstrate that and let them know. Yeah, I'm sure Troy will want to talk to someone representing that firm, so it should be easy enough to get us in.
Yeah, you get an interview. You get a meeting set up with Troy in the interview room. And he wants to know what it's about. What's going on? Is this about nobody's supposed to know about the case yet, but I know your firm. They tend to have their ears to the ground almost as good as we do. What have you heard? You got any leads for us? Or are you guys preparing to defend the maniac?
I could kind of ask the same thing for you. What kind of information should we know? I think
The police are
the firm, of
handling it.
course. Well, of course. Um, but in the firm's interest, we're gonna want to know what you have, because let's say maybe he's set up, maybe it's not the same thing. I don't want to speak for the firm per se, but I think it's important we do share some notes. I mean, I do have some information maybe y'all haven't found yet.
We're in an interview room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around. Is there like a camera in here?
Yep.
Are there people on the other side of glass or something?
Possibly. Camera is rolling.
Yeah. I'll sit on that for now. I was just checking.
We don't have any confirmed leads at this time. We're not making any press statements. We have discovered the location of 5 incidents, all sharing a similar MO. We are suspecting a serial killer.
It's kind of the same with those other 5 you said. What? Lots of blood, slash bodies, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys found a pattern? Any kind of path anywhere, in the same area, anything like that?
He takes out a folder, flips through it, and flips to a map of Ashford. And your club is not marked on the map with any kind of special notation, but you know where it is. And it seems to be not quite at the center, but pretty close to the center of the locations that have been mapped out.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna share a link with the other 2.
I'm gonna take a picture of the map.
That's state's evidence. You can't have that.
Oh, I'll delete it right away.
No
Go
harm,
ahead
no
and-
foul.
Go ahead and make me a manipulation subterfuge.
Do I get any bonus
see.
because I have a trustworthy face?
I believe Ingenue does give you bonuses.
Thanks.
Yes, 2 dice.
Just 2. Flat 2 dice?
Mhm.
Good, because otherwise I was gonna get 1. I'll burn a willpower. I got 1 success.
He doesn't believe you.
It's one
He
thing
does
not
not
to believe me, but it's another thing to call my bluff. I'm just going to close my phone and put it away and see if he presses the issue.
He looks up at the camera. Please take your phone out and delete that photo.
Fine. And I'll delete it.
Hey, don't worry about me, boss. I have a photographic memory, but I'll delete my brain as soon as we get out of here.
I'm not even going to make you make a roll. He believes you.
He did look at the camera. Someone must be watching.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. Quietly into myself. So what's the move then for you? You've got 5 incidences all happening around this area. You think a serial killer? Makes sense.
And like most serial killer cases, we don't have enough physical evidence to have any suspects. The victims don't seem related. It doesn't seem to be targeted. They're all fairly scattered out. It doesn't seem to be much rhyme or reason. And the best we have is he's probably located somewhere here, and he points to a spot that's within a block of the club, because it's the middle of the vague circle the cluster is making. But we haven't found anything there yet. Wait a minute. And he looks over to you, Chromio. Don't you run that club? Where is it? That's in that same neighborhood, isn't it? And he scans the map and
Sure
looks
is. The Gilded Chapel. It's a beautiful place. You would love it. You should come by sometime. Especially
seen
if
anything?
anything... let me answer your question with an invitation. If you ever want to talk about anything off the record, and I'll put one of the chrome cards on the table and slide it over to him. Why don't you come talk to me on my turf, and I'll take a look up, and I'll just glance up at the camera and then take a step back again. It's a beautiful club. Creepy on the outside, but you're gonna love it on the inside.
Everybody give me Wits and Awareness, Diff 3. I'm going to have the cop roll 1, 2.
Three.
I'm gonna spend a willpower and reroll.
Did anybody take premonition
Me.
as a discipline? Okay, so you're doubly aware of what's going on. Got it.
4 successes.
I got 3 as well.
Okay. Before everybody else hears this, moments before you hear anything, you, Nori, get this vision of a bloodbath raining down here at the police station, just outside that door. And about that time, shortly after that vision flashes through your head, you hear a disturbance outside the investigation room. Somebody's trying to listen in that shouldn't be.
I'm going to activate my heightened senses to try to hear them better. See if I can clue in on what's going on. The heightened senses has a wits resolve roll attached to it. I don't know if that...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I hear like Black Ops walkie-talkies or
I'm just adding
magic
the
chain.
NPCs. I'm adding NPCs
I'm
to the
scared.
background here.
You tricked us. We should have gone to
And just to
bed.
clarify, we all heard the sound or the disturbance happening, or is it just like really subtle?
Everybody who rolled 3 or more. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Or not cool?
Yeah, you all hear, but I'm keyed in that something bad's about to happen. I don't know much more than that, though.
Yeah, you see it first, right? So, like, we look at you and realize that you know something bad's about to happen, and then we all hear something outside the door.
Yeah,
We're like,
I probably,
shit.
like, almost stood up and like looked at the door really quick, and then you guys all hear it. Yeah.
Troy
I also have
recognizes the
heightened
voice.
senses.
Okay.
Sorry.
Troy
I just
actually
wanted to throw that out there.
recognizes. Yeah, Troy actually recognizes the voice, and says, "God, fuck internal affairs. What are they doing here?"
Internal affairs. Do we know anything? Were any of our clues about people in internal affairs? I don't think so.
That is a good question, Troy.
No, I don't think so.
And
As far as I
there's a
remember.
knock at the door.
I'm gonna. I feel like I'm sitting next to Ava. I'm gonna grab your arm and like look at you, like I just saw a ghost or something. Like I look at you with fear.
At first, I'm gonna meet that with like a look of like it's all good, but then a little bit of confusion.
When you do that,
What
I'm
should you
gonna
worry
shake
about?
my head.
I go for the door.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
you guys are sharing the moment, and I'll reach for the knob and open it.
At the door is Olivia Cooper, internal affairs, and another plainclothes. I mean, doesn't necessarily look like an officer, doesn't not look like an officer either. It's not an obvious plainclothes if he is plainclothes. Maybe he's undercover, or maybe he's not with the force at all. Not quite sure. That are
Seems like we have half the Ashford Police Department in here. To what do we owe the honor?
I was about to ask all of you the same question. Why are you here with Troy? What is he doing? Is he sharing secrets that he should not be sharing? Troy?
Oh, on the other side, we're the ones sharing secrets, and I'll look to you, Ava. She had some case notes that we thought would be pertinent to your investigation.
Yeah, I work with the Hendricks and Hendricks law firm. Thought maybe you'd want to know what's. I honestly shuffle through and I pull out something relatively minor as far as whatever the law firm had information on as far as the murders go. Thought this might be helpful.
Officer Olivia, might I just say you smell delicious. Like an absolute meal.
Her eyes narrow. And you get the distinct impression, without an insight roll, that she understands that literally. Troy is looking at you like, that's the weirdest pickup line I've ever heard. And the other guy that has not been introduced yet also shows sign of recognition.
I'm gonna try and listen to see if their hearts are beating.
Oh, yes, they are.
Dum-dum, dum-dum,
They're
dum-dum.
beating a little bit faster right after they realized what he just said.
Dum-dum.
Tough crowd.
What brings internal affairs in here to interrupt the meeting after all?
I don't see how
This
that's
guy-
any of your business.
Well, that's probably true. I'm gonna look at Troy.
It's like, yeah, she thinks I'm involved in some sort of corrupt cop scheme. Thinks I'm trading with the enemy, and, well, you guys being here doesn't look good because you guys usually back the defendant.
Look,
I can't say I
speak
blame
for
her
the
for
firm,
being
of course. Sure, yeah, no, I can't speak for the firm, of course, but I'm sure they're working in their best interest and the interest of others. You know, I'm just here making sure that the data matches up. Should that day come. Well, It's feeling a little crowded in here. If there's nothing else, Troy.
Yeah, no. I would like to know what you've learned, though, since we didn't quite get to that part of the interview. Olivia,
Right.
can we please have the room? Olivia grunts and leaves and shuts the door. Nori and Ava, you can hear them. You can't see them through any of the frosted glass or anything, but you can hear that they're standing just outside, occasionally shuffling their feet. Just, it's quiet. It's the heightened senses that you can tell that even though they looked like they were leaving, they're right there, waiting.
You got a pen on you by chance?
Yeah, he hands you a pen from the mug on his desk.
You know, as discreet as I can, with the camera being up there, I'm just gonna write down on this little strip of paper that I tear off a corner. I'm gonna write Alan Sellers, and I'm gonna like slide it toward him because this is one of his schools, right?
Yep.
So he knows who this guy is. So I slide it to him just a little bit. I double tap it really quick.
Fortunately, his back is to the camera because his face goes ghost white. Completely sheet white. Uh-huh. Well, what about him?
I'm gonna crinkle that paper up and pull it back.
Because
Well, you know,
give me an insight check, and I'm going to give you a bonus die. And anybody that wants to make that can roll it. You do get a bonus die on that roll, in addition to any other bonuses you get from merits or anything.
Insight what?
It's a quick thinking. It's a wits insight.
I didn't go with on there.
Damn it. I'll use another willpower.
I only got one success on that.
Okay.
I
Two.
messed my thing. Whoops. Oh,
Two
jeez.
successes.
I got 8 successes. Is that a?
Holy
crap.
How did it? Is that this? Two of the, what are they called? The critical.
Yep. Two criticals counts as 4.
Okay.
Is one of those 2 criticals on a hunger die?
No. No, it isn't.
You're very happy then. Okay. Chromio, you're clueless. Nori, something clicks for you. Alan was using Alicia to bury news articles about kindred stuff. Troy is under investigation for being a corrupt cop and was one of Alan's people. Maybe there's a reason he's under suspicion. Maybe it's true. Ava, 8 successes. Yeah, that's exactly why Olivia's here. But you also realize Olivia knows something, Alan, that Troy doesn't. Troy is not aware of the kindred world. He's just covering up for his boss. That's about it. Olivia knows what you are and is aware of what has her suspicions of what Troy has been covering up for.
When you say they know what we are, just kindred in general, right? They suspect Chromio, but they don't know all of us are.
Nobody has Blush of Life, so yeah, they do know what all three of you are.
Oh, they can tell.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Troy, he's clueless.
Hey, well, I think it's time we get out of here.
Yeah. Troy, if you have anything left to offer us, I recommend you do it now. And I'll look at the door. Maybe take a little time off of work.
He looks at the Chrome card on his desk and nods.
All right. Well, that being said, our firm will be in touch. And I'll stand up. Honestly, there's a quick nervous glance with Cher the other two about leaving out that door where Olivia and her crony wait.
What are they gonna do
But I
in
give-
broad moonlight?
There's only an hour left of that moonlight.
We need to leave. And lay low. Give Troy a knowing look and make for the door.
Yep.
Okie dokie. As you are heading out the door, they attempt to grab the first two out the door. So, first person out the door, give me, if you want to grab them back, strength plus brawl. If you just want to avoid being grabbed, dex plus athletics. And your difficulty is 2, as Olivia tries to grab you.
Man, I'll go Dex Athletics, and I am not a Dexy athletic boy.
I
only
also
good
go
too.
Dex Athletics. I assumed it was going to be me and Chromio, right? First two out. I get 3.
3 is enough to
With a reroll.
tie. Yeah, 3 is enough to tie as Olivia's crony, Carl, attempts to grab you.
She does grab me. I only rolled 1 success.
But if Ava, you get away.
Yes.
What are your intentions when you come out the door and see your two friends being grabbed at, one successfully and one not so successfully? Chromio, what are you doing?
You mean me?
Yeah, sorry, Nori.
Shit. I guess I'll rouse my blood. Doesn't that make me stronger or something?
You will add your blood. Let's see. Let me double check. Your blood potency is
1.
2, 1.
Oh, I don't know. I never changed it if it's anything other than 1. So mine says 1.
It would be, yeah, it's 1. And so 1 blood potency gives you plus 2 dice towards an attribute for the rest of the scene.
Okay. Do I need to roll a rouse check? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rouse check.
So the plus 2 dice to any single attribute happens immediately, but the rouse check is whether or not you get hungrier.
Okay. Yeah, I did the. I failed, so I got hungrier. I'm hungry 2 now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna boost my strength,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna grab the one that grabbed Chromio. I'm gonna put him in a half Nelson.
That's Olivia.
Oh,
Okay.
Olivia grabbed him.
Yep.
I'm gonna put her in a half.
She's going to essentially use a reaction to avoid, not to avoid, but to grab you instead. So you're both trying to grab each other.
Okay.
This is a standard grapple test.
Strength brawl.
Yep.
I want to try to calm this situation down as soon as everybody's done playing patty cake. I want to go charisma.
How many successes you get?
I got 2.
2? All right, so she needs 3 to successfully overpower you, which she hits.
Ooh.
You are now grabbed. Olivia has you. Not so fast.
All right. What's the probable cause here? Why are we being detained? I feel like we're just here for a conversation. We can go our way. You can make your report and follow up tomorrow. It's a late night.
He looks at you and says, "This isn't about the paperwork."
Can I cast use awe, my presence power?
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, that's exactly what we're gonna do here.
So, because she does not count as a
Mortal.
does not count as an unaware immortal.
There you go.
Anyone aware that they're being affected can try to resist. So you've got manipulation plus presence, and she'll roll composure plus intelligence.
And I had to burn a willpower to re-roll, and I got 4 successes.
It's pretty
I
good.
didn't like my first one. I had 2 successes before that, and I wasn't feeling that at all.
Unfortunately, NPCs don't have that type of a stat block, so I'll roll the closest number to that pool. You said 4 successes? Right?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
She fails and is awed. Anyone in the presence of the vampire finds their attention inexplicably drawn to them. Those listening to the vampire speak might suddenly agree on subjects they were once held different viewpoints. While this power doesn't cause rapt infatuation, it is still strong enough to sway the minds of most mortals. Right. Let's go.
I promise you, it's just been a crazy night. And whatever you think you heard, whatever we think we said, look, imagination's running wild with a serial killer on the loose.
I'm actually also going to roll for Carl, because his is actually worse. That's the closest die pool. He will probably also fail. Oh!
Dang.
Carl is holding Ava, and with one hand grabs a stake from under his jacket and says, "Livia, don't listen to them. You know what they are."
Hey, listen. Whatever off paperwork thing you're worried about, you use that thing, it's not going to go well for any of us. You're going to probably lose whatever paper trail you started. Maybe we can go up to that office. Maybe you can meet us at ours. But it doesn't have to go like this.
What are you backing your words with?
So I got like kind of behind my hand. One of my hands is like in this shape back here a little bit, just kind of there, but I'm actually going to activate awe as well. As I speak.
Yep, go ahead and give
4
me that
successes.
4 also? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Roll 2 more dice for me.
Two more successes.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of lets you go and pushes you away. Yeah, we'll come see you at your office.
Let's let cooler heads prevail.
And Olivia has already let you go now. Nori.
I was like,
And
this
Olivia's
close
like,
to jumping
wait, your office? And points to Ava, meaning the law firm, or your office, pointing to Chromio, meaning the club.
I keep
Whose
walking.
office are we meeting y'all at?
I keep walking. That's a good enough conversation for me.
I actually pass her.
Okay.
I actually pass her a card to the law firm. That's what I do.
All right.
We ain't getting grabbed up by them again.
Yeah, I pass some cards to the law firm. I say we'll see you tomorrow night.
Night, of course.
It's easier to do my job then. I like flash my little PI thing that I have. The firm.
Mhm. So they are both. You can see, those of you still looking at them as you turn to walk away, you can see the absolute argument inside their own heads right now. They want to kill you, but they don't want to kill you. They want to meet with you and talk things out, because that's what you convince them yeah, that makes sense. Let's get more information first. That makes sense. But they want to kill you.
Yeah. No, I was watching them because like I'm all amped up on blood and shit.
They are hunters.
Yeah. That's what I figured they were. Well, time
And
to
so-
leave.
Are you heading back to your own havens, or are you heading back to the Coterie Haven? Chromio, I don't think there's a difference for you.
Correct.
Let me go to my apartment.
Yeah, I'm going to the. I swing by my apartment, grab a bag, and then I actually stay at the club tonight.
Okay.
Oh,
where
that's
were
one
you
of the fun
staying?
things I do on the way home is I ghost ride my car into the canal, and I'm going to buy a new car also.
Shit. Yeah, it's probably best that we stay together tonight. They might come for us during the day.
I don't know.
I'm also going to stop off and
Oh.
grab a thing for my house.
I'll talk to some club employees and pay some security some overtime to keep an eye out for these hunters.
All right. You have. Why is this not? I have overridden dots. Okay. So right now, you have 2 minus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus 1. So 5 dots of Haven, which includes a security firm and a security system. So nobody's getting in here in the daytime, especially not if you're dropping some resources to pull extra people in.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Pay some overtime, keep some trusted guys around. And I'm guessing we can tell them Olivia. Do you guys remember the other guy's name in character? Do you remember his name?
In character, the name was not given, but it was Carl.
Olivia and some dude. I'll describe what he looks like. She's a cop. He looks like he's a cop. They're looking for us. Don't let them in here. They're banned.
No cops. Gotcha.
Not these two. These two aren't allowed unless they have a warrant.
We don't like cops around here anyway.
Well, there might be some asshole cop shows up. He has a silver card, though.
Silver card cops, okay. All other cops stay out. You got it. Okay. And the day passes uneventfully. I'm not even going to try rolling against a security 6 Haven total. Plus, you've led them towards the law offices, so they will go to the law offices early to try and hunt you out, but you're not there. So that doesn't seem to matter to them. And you all rise with the night's freshness and give me a rouse check. How hungry is everybody now?
1 success.
You do
That's
not
over
get
here
hungry.
too. Nice.
I was not successful, so I do get hunger 3 now.
Ooh, that's high.
That's not
Yeah.
terrible. 4 is when you really worry about it. 3 you only really worry about it when you're making a roll. 4 you have to worry about it all the time.
Yeah, but
5.
3 becomes 4 really quick.
Yes, it does. And so you rise. It's a new night. What are the plans for tonight so I can get the right chapter of the book? What leads are you trying to follow up on here? We have a witness. Do you have that information? Kieran Cotterill, did you get that information anywhere?
No.
Don't think so.
Bo Cunningham, did you get that information anywhere?
No.
The Church of Cain doesn't seem to be connected as far as you can tell, but it's something that Wolfgang was going to look into before he disappeared and was forgotten. So I can either feed you, Bo, not feed as in here, have a vampire meal, but feed you as in information. Or Kieran, you can follow up on the church, or you can follow up on your own leads that you have so far, and we'll try and see which way they turn.
Any chance of us hearing from Troy today?
Right.
Yeah, we can wrap up Troy. He can come to the office, come to the club. He's already there at the club when you wake up. That makes that easy.
Perfect.
He's just enjoying himself as a off-duty cop in the VIP section of a nice little club.
Hi, Twizilla Network. Thanks for the raid.
Thank you.
What does this guy smell like? What's his resonance?
Currently, his resonance is I. Bugger. It's not. I don't have that tool. Why don't I have that tool? Give me a moment. Somebody give me a regular D10.
0 successes. Oh, regular D10.
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah,
a-
in the chat. Here, I can get it. No, I can roll it because I have this chat open. 7. Fleeting. So, resonance comes in 3 basic intensities plus a level on top of that. It can be negligible, which is barely noticeable at all, doesn't really count towards anything. There's fleeting, which is an active resonance. There's intense, which is a strong resonance, and it has a tiny, minute possibility of being acute if it is also intense, and that can lead to a special rule, but that's pretty rare. So we're gonna leave that alone because this is just fleeting. It's active, but it's not necessarily overpowering in any way. No, that's not the list I'm looking for. There you go. It's melancholy.
Ah,
Melancholy is associated with the element of earth, the Jungian function of thinking, the thyroid hormones, and the emotions or conditions of being sad, scared, intellectual, depressed, or grounded. So anything in that general zone is a possibility, and it's fleeting. It's not quite acute.
okay. That doesn't help me at all.
Yeah, it's definitely melancholic.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Romeo, you want to invite this guy to the office, or have we already got that far?
Hey, Officer Troy, why don't you step in here so we can talk to you real quick? You see, I got a question about a friend.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should talk. Gets in there. And the first thing out of his mouth is, how the fuck do you guys know Alan?
Where the fuck
And
is
why did he
Alan?
If I knew he'd be in jail. Because I know he's behind this.
If you
I don't
tried
have
to
it-
arrest
I don't have
him,
any
you would
fucking
be
proof,
eaten
but-
alive. He's
What
turned
do you
into a
fucking mean?
full-on.
I'm like shaking my head a
Oh.
little bit at Romeo.
He doesn't know Chromeo.
Doesn't know
Look.
what.
He doesn't know anything.
Troy,
I'm just sick of his
What I-
blackmail, and he's been committing all these murders all around fucking town, and
What
I just
kind of
want to see him in.
blackmail?
Oh,
That's a
I'm
good
not giving
question.
that to somebody else. Fuck that.
He's been blackmailing you into obedience?
Yeah.
Has he been giving you anything else?
You can see that. You can see that the answer is yes, but Troy doesn't know it's yes. It's like,
Ooh, has he ever been
no?
Has he ever been fed on?
Oh yeah.
actually, I mean, we know from other sources that he's a ghoul, right?
Yeah.
But with Bloodhound, is that like something we actually like smell coming off of him?
Let me reread Bloodhound, because that might actually be.
Oh wait, no, I think I might be thinking of something else.
No. So Bloodhound.
I'm thinking of vessel recognition. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Bloodhound is the resonance, and vessel recognition is belonging to a herd, somebody being fed from.
yeah,
And no, because ghouling is the other way around.
yeah. I was wondering. I was
Right,
wondering
okay.
if it was further than that, but yeah, I could tell when people have been fed on. So, huh. You really are in the dark, huh? Well, that's a pain.
All right, well, if you don't know where he is, where's he supposed to be? Where's his residence? Maybe we can start looking from there.
And if you know that, if you suspect he's behind these murders, what have you covered up already? Think about it. Take your time.
No, the funny thing is this is the exact opposite direction that the module had you guys taking with Troy. So I'm trying to figure out what he actually does know. So he is convinced that Alan is behind it, and that the name just links you to him. He's a little bit worried that you guys are involved, but at the same time, he feels more assured that you're trying to find him too. What does Troy know? Mark. So you had Mark. You met Mark. That's the Coterie mate. The homicide detective. Alicia. Right. Alan has been troubled. He went missing a couple of months ago. I'm convinced that these murders are him coming back. I don't know why, but it's got to be him. I did search his haven. It's abandoned, and his bodyguard was his first victim. That's the first place on the list.
So you said there was what, 5 different murder scenes?
Yeah.
Any witnesses? Anybody see any of that?
Let me get to here and see how you're supposed to learn this.
We're doing it wrong.
Well, no, it's just I don't know how this character is connected to anybody else, but he's the one you're supposed to find as the witness.
Interesting.
And I don't know how you're supposed to find him because there's no clues to lead to him.
You said his bodyguard was killed?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the body?
In the morgue with the rest of the ones we found. By now, it's probably actually at some funeral parlor, waiting for Potter's grave.
So it didn't go missing?
No. It's the kind of thing that Alan would want me to bury if he were still
If he's not in the picture
pulling
anymore,
that over me.
If he's not in the picture anymore, why are you still covering up for him?
I'm not. I'm trying to find him.
Well, so are we. So, like, you know, you're an investigator, right? Investigate. Let's find this guy. He's been operating in this area, right?
Oh. Yeah.
Do you have any clues as to how he's getting around without anyone seeing?
Good question.
I'm guessing on a dog leash.
Well, someone's got to hold that. So, any evidence of another conspirator?
I'm thinking there's no way a feral runs around this long without a co-conspirator.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
Errol?
It's slang. You know how the kids.
What
are.
else would you? What else would you call a serial killer after all?
Feral
Yeah,
human, yeah, that's right.
suppose.
Feral human. Acting like a feral human.
I almost just want to be like, hey, we're vampires. Like, get over it. But
Hey, don't you dare break the masquerade rules.
he's already a ghoul.
And I'm like the biggest fucking violator of those rules.
Okay. He's going to name drop because I don't see any way that this book is saying, because it's 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. It doesn't matter what order you do them in, or even if you do them all. But there's no introduction to the characters that are the main feature of those chapters at all until the chapter itself.
Yeah.
That's bad writing, in my opinion. Sorry, Renegade, but as much as I like this book, I'm starting to like it less.
Some modules are hard to
shots
follow.
fired.
Man.
Suck it at Renegade.
Yes, suck it. They never give us.
Also, if you
free
guys
stuff
have any-
anyways.
Yeah, if you guys want to send us some review copies or some minis, we'll take that too.
Yeah, maybe not
Sure,
suck
why
it
not?
then. Yeah,
Also, maybe suck it, then we'll find out.
we'll find out. Stay tuned if you want to see if
Um,
Renegade sucks it or not.
Also, if you want to know who doesn't suck it, Green Ronin does not suck it. Go to Green
not suck
Ronin store, use Fresh Out the Box at checkout, save some money, give us some money for our channel. Check out Green Ronin games. They do not suck it.
There we go. He had a buddy that he used to shoot basketball with, Bo something, Bo Cunningham. Yeah. As far as I know, he hasn't seen him. He won't talk to me. And
What
Hey,
can you
look.
tell us about Bo?
usually saw him shoot the breeze with a Kieran Cotterell, but I haven't been able to find him.
Kieran Cotterell.
I don't really know much about Bo, just what I've been digging in. I know they shoot hoops together. Haven't Bo says he hasn't seen him since Alan disappeared on us.
Where do they play ball? Is there at least somewhere for us to get started here?
Yeah, it's over by Al's place.
Perfect.
Al's place is a kind of competition bar. It's none of the glitz and glam that the Gilded Chapel is, and all of the seedy wire cages that it wants to be.
Filthy.
It's competition in the sense that the same type of clientele would go to either one, but it's the exact opposite in aesthetics.
Anyone who even stepped foot in Alan's place would be banned from the Gilded Chapel.
Oh,
We don't
no,
want those
I'm
kind
sorry.
of people in here.
Sorry, Al's place is not the bar that I was thinking of. Al's place is the community rec center.
There you
I'm
go.
sorry.
That makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been introduced to the bar, and that's why I don't remember its name. I thought it was Al's place because that sounds like a bar.
It does
Does,
sound like
yeah,
a
it does.
bar.
but it's not. It's the community rec center.
Good. Good.
What do you know about
Kieran,
Olivia Cooper?
Livia, internal affairs breathing down my ass because I covered up for Alan so many times.
That's the one.
Do you know where she lives?
No, it's in our records somewhere. I'm not going to give you that.
Why not?
It's cop business. It's cop business. I'm trying to come clean. I want Alan behind bars. I want the blackmail gone.
So do we.
You know,
And we would hate for you to get caught up and tied up in something like this.
Yeah, Olivia's not involved.
you know, Alan behind bars doesn't free you of your blackmail, right? He'll just use it from inside jail. The only way that he stays quiet is if he's dead.
With him behind bars and me the one responsible for putting him there, it doesn't matter anymore.
Your funeral.
Look, we're pretty good at keeping people off other people's backs, if you know what I mean. We can keep Alan off your back, and we can keep Olivia off your back. All we need's an address. Think about it.
And while you think about it, what can you tell us about Karen?
Did she slip you a wire before when she grabbed you out in the hallway?
Hey, bada boom,
I'm
realest guy
not
in the
thinking
room,
about
no
it.
wire. I'll like flash my jacket, do a spin. Hey, no wire. That's the reason we meet in here. There ain't even a computer in here.
I'm looking at Kieran.
I mean, I literally have a computer in here. It's my laptop, but
Yeah, you have a laptop and you have a smartphone, but there's not like a PC, and
not a
there's not,
PC.
you know. Nope. It looks more like a Scarface cocaine office than a modern office.
I love a good cocaine office.
Don't we all?
No.
Every office in Miami is a cocaine office.
I believe that.
I've never been there, but that's what it's like in my mind.
Kieran's a student at Stryber Polytechnic. I think they study history and library science or something. I don't know.
Huh.
I still don't know how he's connected to Alan. But I haven't seen him either. He's harder to track down.
It's a school, right?
Yeah, it's a local tech campus.
Tech?
Stryber Polytechnic Institute.
I have a contact who is well, it says he's a hacker, but I went to school with him. It says he's a school buddy, so maybe he goes there.
Probably. Sure. Yep. Okay.
So, I don't know. I have a connection there potentially. Does the school have a directory that I can look up if I'm on my computer?
Yeah.
Can I find Kieran on there?
Nope.
Huh. Interesting.
What about Bo?
Doesn't attend to the institute.
Oh, right, you're looking at the institute anyway.
Yeah, what does Bo do? What's his deal? Plays basketball.
Basketball Bo.
I'll look at the rec center website too. Just see if I can find anything. Maybe there's a picture of Bo or something.
Um, found the connection. And it was Troy.
Nice.
The last bribe that Troy got from Alan. Troy saw Alan chatting with someone else that he figured out was Bo Cunningham, who shoots hoops at the rec center.
Okay.
Surprisingly, Bo is involved with the Institute for Learning as well. That's interesting.
Would he have shown up in the
It's not-
directory when I looked, or not?
No.
Okay.
No, he's not a student.
I'm gonna hit up my friend who goes to that school and say, "Hey, I was trying to check out these two people. Wanted to talk to them, but neither of them show up in the school's directory."
Well, let's see what we can do. And I think I'm spelling Kieran wrong. Now I definitely spelled it wrong.
I used a merit because I'm cool.
What page is this on? That's on 70. I don't need to be on 70 yet. Kieran, you were actually supposed to get from Alicia. I either missed that or it didn't make the notes.
We did get it from Alicia. Ha.
Yeah, Alicia's clue was that the last time she fed from Alan, she arrived a little bit too early and found him drinking from the wrist of a man that comes out to be Kieran's description. But you hadn't met him yet, so she didn't know the name. But the look on Alan's face reminded her of how she felt when she drank from him. So you wouldn't have gotten a name from her because she didn't have the name. Okay.
Kieran could be a fucking vamp. If Alan's old enough, sometimes they have to drink Vitae in order to sustain themselves.
Or it could be a blood bond.
Could be a blood bond, yeah. Oh, that's even scarier. Would a blood bond persist after you became a Wight?
It might. Nobody here knows.
Do we know enough to have that as like a possibility, or am I going too far?
I mean, it would be a question that would come to your mind, sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. As long as I can have the question, then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially because we don't think he's acting alone.
We don't think he's
you would
acting
be going
alone.
through all sorts. Yeah, you'd be trying to think of everything that's possible.
So this blood bond thing sounds very possible. Okay, well, I'll bring this up to my compatriots and say, hey, if that's true, it's possible that Kieran's a vampire, and it's possible that he might have done that blood bond thing that Cleo was talking about. And if that's true, he might be controlling the Wight. And if that's true, then this is all a lot more dangerous than we initially thought, and we initially thought it was pretty dangerous.
We need to talk to somebody in the family anyways. I'm pretty sure we pissed off some important people at the police station.
Yeah, we should probably
Well-
contact the sheriff, huh?
As you're thinking about
Sure.
that, since you did have your buddy try and look up Karen, there is a knock at the office door.
Yeah, I don't like this. How did somebody get up here without you knowing about it, Grumio?
They must have had a card. Come in. I don't even get up. This makes sense to me. Come on in.
In walks Mateo Serrano, whom you may have met earlier
Maybe.
at the
Elysium?
Elysium.
Hell
But
yeah.
yeah, it's definitely somebody that Romeo gave the card to, even if you didn't actually meet them. The name
Speak of the devil.
feels familiar.
Officer, why don't you show yourself out, have a good time. All your drinks, your meals, whatever you have is Compton on me tonight. You could take a ride home for free, too.
Thanks. If you find him, let me lock him up.
We'll dispose of the garbage.
He grumbles at that, but nods and exits. Mateo Serrano walks in.
And I'll stand up and greet him with a huge hug and a bow and a flourish and all of my fucking charm that I can possibly muster.
He gives a courtly nod bow. I understand you're looking for Kieran. What have you discovered?
How long has it been since I sent out that text?
Probably about half an hour.
Pull up a chair. I believe you'd like to have a conversation with my dear friend Nori here.
Wow, you heard about that fast.
He's on the watch list.
For what?
I asked you what you've heard and what you know and why you're looking for him.
I kind of, I balk a little bit at him. I don't know him. I don't know his rank or anything. But he is an art.
I mean no disrespect. I mean no disrespect. We are sitting on some very sensitive information. And my friend Nori appears to be on the fence about whether or not he should share that information with you, sir. What I mean to say is, what is your stature in this society? I want to make sure we're sharing our secrets with the right people.
I am the best diplomat at the tower. The prince relies upon me to be speaking crowd role for many things.
So you work for the prince and the lady prince.
Yes, you could say so. I work for the prince. But when the two sides need to meet, I am the go-between to the Baron as well.
Great. Sorry for the disrespect. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you here. And now that we're more comfortable with who you are and where you stand, I'm sure Nori would love to share some of the information that we've recently acquired about this Wight.
Well, Mateo, we do suspect that the Wight is Alan Sellers.
I see.
We're investigating a connection, possibly with Kieran, but as I sent out my inquiry only half an hour ago, I haven't found anything out yet, and am very surprised that you already heard about it.
Sounds like you already know who the prime suspect was.
No, we're looking at Kieran for other purposes.
Well, he seems to be involved in
I see.
this. We-
Interesting.
We don't know what the interest of the Elysium is in all of this. We weren't sure if they just wanted to be rid of us and were scapegoating us or what. So we are unsure of how you're going to receive this information, or if perhaps you knew all along. And like, I'm going to try and gauge his reaction to this.
Yep, give me an insight. Probably wits, but since you're actually, since you are doing this more of a studied action, you can use intelligence insight.
Kablamo, 5 successes.
He appears to be genuine. He's definitely withholding information. He definitely has something to give you, but you can also tell that he's waiting until all the cards are on the table before he shows his hand. But it's there to be shown.
Yeah. Look, I can see that you know something, so I will divulge what we suspect. Your presence here certainly clarifies that Kieran is a kindred. And if that's true, then it is very interesting that Alan Sellers has been seen feeding from him. And like, I don't know, I feel like he can connect some
Very
dots on his own there. So yeah,
That is very interesting.
I thought so
When?
too. So what about you? What do you know? What are you not telling us?
You can find Kieran at the university, attending as a student named Nathan Reed. Find him. Get some answers. I will relay what you have found and put in your good word for you with the sheriff and the hounds.
One more thing before you head out. We might have pissed off some important people at the police station, and I'm not talking about your run-of-the-mill patrol cop. I'm talking about some internal affairs broad, Olivia, and some dude with her not even wearing a uniform. These two came at us like they were seasoned vampire killers. This guy opened up his jacket and had a stake in the hallway.
Yeah, I don't know if Olivia Cooper's on the Elysium's radar, but she seems to be a hunter of some
It
kind.
does not take an insight check to see the look of actual fear on this vampire's face. 2 hunters. Two hunters.
Yes,
in our
And we
city.
know exactly who they are.
they seem to be looking into certain serial killings that are being covered up. So, yeah, we're all...
They work with internal affairs and are investigating one of Alan's old ghouls.
The man that just left.
The very same.
Troy Lane. I'll just tell him. It seems like this guy's well informed anyways. I don't know how much I should withhold from him.
Alan has been very naughty.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, yeah. That's what we were. That's what we were. We got told about all these rules, and it just seems. I don't know. You know,
Seems like Alan is breaking all of them.
it does. It does, and we're getting swept up in the mix of this mess. So yeah,
Well, he
appreciate you.
he broke them all already. Now he's just a creature of the night running around with no self-control.
Yeah.
Not even
Not
sure we
making
can
anything
be mad at
easier.
him anymore. Hell, if he's under control now, he could have been under control before.
True.
Yes. Does Kieran have that control? Find out.
Okay.
Find out what you can about Kieran. It'd be interesting to see this side of him.
If we locate the Wight, what should we do?
Kill it if you can.
Easier said than done.
Like, look at my suit. Like, I'm not getting this fucking suit dirty.
Don't die.
Good advice.
Didn't we do that already?
Again.
Ha.
I don't know. I don't know if this is okay. I'm new, so we could actually use some help. I'm gonna walk over to him. And I'm gonna take his arm, not aggressively,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna raise it to my face. I'm gonna see if he does anything.
It's like, and pulls it away. But go ahead and give me.
Nori, you all right? You all right, buddy?
Go ahead and give me a. I think it's the resolve. Resolve plus Auspex. No rouse check needed.
It's all plus aspects. I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll some dice here. 3 successes.
3.
Yo, Loki, what's up?
Heyo. Mateo is
What up, John?
not holding anything back. But you can still see to keep that imagery. Another hand in his back pocket.
In his back pocket?
Yes.
As in he controls somebody?
No, as in
Someone controls him?
something unrelated. He's playing 2 games at once. You showed him your cards, he showed you yours, he showed you his, but he's also got another hand. It looks like in your vision, it looks like he's playing a game of cards with someone else too.
This isn't the only game you're playing. I'll look at it. I know. Like, I know something. I'm gonna give him that stone face. GM power-ups.
There is.
Hey, Corbinian gave you one earlier.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I missed that. Let me go back to Mateo. My own sire perished shortly after my embrace. They suspect me.
What happened?
I took over his place in the Camarilla court. But
Congratulations on the promotion.
yeah, unfortunately, rather than allaying suspicions, that increased them.
So you're trying to clear your own name too?
Yes.
Maybe we should work together on this.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. How can we help you?
That sounds like a fantastic. That sounds like a fantastic plan and idea. You've done much to uncover this so far. In Alan's case, I would very much like to hire you when this is all behind us. Yes.
I guess he's not going to give up any of that sweet, sweet blood, though, huh?
Yeah, no.
Damn.
Well, I mean, hire you. That means when the time comes, you can make a deal and see what he's willing to pay.
I'm going to drink that blood and gain his powers. All right. Well, yeah, I guess we need to get to this university. Don't be a stranger. You guys good? Oh, look at you two.
Better lead than we've had in a while. Let's take it.
I'm excited to go try out this new car.
What'd you pick up this time?
Oh, you guys are gonna love it. So at the end of last session, I spent all my experience points, and I mean all of them, on cash money. So now the club is making money every night, and my what is it? The money thing is a 4 now, which means it's enough for a helicopter, a mansion, all sorts of flashy stuff. So I'm just thinking a run-of-the-mill Hummer limo, just a chrome Hummer limo, nothing crazy, just a chrome
Nothing
Hummer
crazy.
limo, nothing wild, nothing stupid, just a chrome Hummer limo.
Yeah. Four dots of resources is there is very little in the world that you can't just buy. The things that you can't
So that's what's-
just buy are limited to the multi-billionaires. Basically. You're in the hundreds of millions family.
Yeah, we should get.
So that's why
gun.
I ghost rode the Miata into the canal yesterday, the one
you're
with the
rich.
spray paint on it, because I'm rich now.
That's funny.
Don't need no Miata.
Well, before we get in the Hummer, it's about halftime. What do you think, Vamp?
It sounds like a good time for me to read ahead, and you're going after Kieran,
That's
correct?
the plan.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors. Oh, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Fresh Out the Box. We're playing Vampire the Masquerade, and I'm Nori, the vampire.
It's me, Casualty CDG, and I'll be playing Chromio Cash.
Playing with these nuts.
And it's me, Aaron Bombier, playing Ava.
And I am Vampire Bites, running this story, the storyteller.
The teller of stories.
So one last thing that name's gone already, damn it. Mateo gives you before he leaves is that Kieran is the court historian. Nobody's actually seen him. Least of all Alan, to my awareness. This is very surprising news. We don't know where he lives. He leaves messages. He's the historian. He keeps track of everything. But sometimes he does attend the Institute as Nathan Reed. I will let the hounds and the sheriff know the progress that you have made. We'll let them know about Alan, at least. I think I will keep Kieran tucked away until you have more information.
Okay. Wait, who's he gonna keep tucked away?
Kieran. He's not going to mention Kieran's name just yet.
Cool. Okay. Excellent. So, yeah, I guess we're going to the thing. You're taking a big chrome limo, right?
Yeah, we are. Unless you don't want to take that.
So I think you do that, and like he'll know that you're there, but I'm gonna show up separately, and he's not gonna know I'm there because you're a big distraction.
All right, sounds good.
I don't know. Go play your strengths, I guess. Yeah.
Stryber Polytechnic Institute is an institution of learning. Institute of Technology on the eastern side of the city, founded in the late 1800s. Stryber offers degrees in engineering, natural sciences, optics, and architecture. Their men's football team, the Stryber Weathermen, has a passionate following. Kindred did begin hunting on its campus not long after its founding. There are always enough people moving around that a young-looking vampire dressed like a student won't arouse too much suspicion. Roughly 2 princes ago in this city, the Institute became public grounds. No kindred, not even the prince, could claim absolute dominion over this territory. This holds true, though no one knows for how long. Someone may end up claiming it as their own domain. But for now, it is public grounds. So those of you that are hungry might want to go for a feed before you go to investigate Kieran in depth.
I'll actually let some of my club guys know to be on the lookout for like some stragglers tonight. Some people that are too drunk, some people that are too homeless, some people that won't be missed so much. But I'll feed when we get back.
Okay. Do you have, let's see, your standard, excuse me, would you scroll please? Your standard is trapdoor. Okay, so that will be your standard roll, but we'll wait until we get back to see how well they did.
Cool.
So I'm on the lookout for a very particular thing because I don't typically feed, but if I can find someone who's not innocent, so some date rapist or asshole or something, who has a specific blood resonance, then I will feed on them. But other than that, I will not.
How are you going to attempt to figure out if they're a bad person or not? That will be your hunting roll.
Yeah.
Because you have Bloodhound, I will say that whoever it is has the resonance just by chance, just to make it easier.
Okay.
But your hunting roll will determine if you find somebody that meets your criteria.
Yeah, they just can't be... I don't feed on the innocent, so they have to be pretty bad. No,
they just be not innocent.
Yeah.
That's easy, isn't it?
Hey, maybe I can look up a professor that, maybe had a dalliance with a student or something,
Sure. Give me an investigation plus intelligence plus... Actually, let's go ahead with academics. And you can use your communication technology specialty. It doesn't really apply, but there's a bonus for being on campus. And it applies the same as a specialty would.
I'm a college boy, so I'm better at this role. I gotcha. What am I looking for?
How many successes did you get?
Oh, fine. I'll spend a willpower. Here we go. Reroll. I have exactly 3 failed dice, so might as well. 3 successes is how many I got.
You can, yeah, you find somebody and you can drain up to 3 blood points from them. However, to reiterate, taking 1 blood point or 2 blood points from somebody is considered a sip. They may feel a little bit woozy, but they will be perfectly fine. 3 blood points is where they probably need medical attention. They might be fine without it. It leaves them kind of comatose afterwards. 4, they definitely need medical attention. And 5, you've killed them.
Yeah. But no matter how...
Also, the only way to get to 0
Yeah.
is by killing them. So
Yeah.
even if 3 takes you down to 0, it would only take you to 1 unless you choose to kill.
I only need 1, and I believe that would give me the resonance I need too, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I just need to drink a little bit,
Mhm.
and then, yeah, I'll like knock them out. They got mugged, whatever story they need to come up with. Yeah, man, that encounter with the hunters and like stuff going on, I need to be a little stronger. So I'm gonna. The power's in the blood. Can I spend XP in the middle of a thing?
I'll allow it. Yeah, you got the resonance you need, and you've been holding it for this specific purpose.
Yep. I'm gonna spend 5 of my 9 experience on a discipline.
Okay.
So yeah. And that's my hunting. I'm back down to 1 hunger, and I'm ready to confront the bad guy.
Ava, are you doing anything before you go find this guy? I'm not going to call him the bad guy. You don't know that. You're assuming that.
I am assuming that.
Don't know anything about this guy. Yeah, so I'm not feeding, I'm not hunting, not tonight. That's what I'm gonna decide to do, but I will go take my walk. Take my walk through the old neighborhood, the old familiar neighborhood where the Montagues, live.
Mhm.
Just do my usual check as I stroll through there. I do want to maybe just take a pause, depending on how much time it takes, just see what there is at the in terms of the law office, like what files there might be related to the school. Not at the one that I gave under my mask, that law office. I don't go there. I go to the other one.
Right.
And just sort of just see what there is, if anything. I don't expect to find much, but do my due diligence, and then I make my way over to find the rest, the others.
No, unfortunately, they're not doing anything in particularly exciting right now. So, yeah, and you are back. Nori, you fed. Chromio, you're waiting. Are you doing anything?
I'm gonna go buy a
Since-
big ass gun. It's like a
Okay.
big pistol, like a Desert Eagle revolver, some big ass 50 caliber pistol that's way too big and shiny.
Okay. Do you file paperwork and wait the time, or do you try to find
no.
one somewhere else?
Yeah,
Go ahead
I'm
and
gonna
Go ahead and give me a streetwise and charisma to see if you can find one.
charisma.
You can certainly
streetwise.
afford it. You can certainly afford it. It's whether or not you can find it.
2 successes.
Yeah, you get yourself a Desert Eagle. It'll give you a, I believe that's gonna be a +2.
I'm glad.
Let me
I'm glad someone bought a gun. It wasn't gonna be me, but I'm glad someone did.
Yeah, not every problem should be solved with vampire powers.
Yeah,
Probably true.
but some of them can be, which is where I come in.
A lot can be.
Yeah.
That's right. But sometimes we just might need to shoot a fucking gun at a person. This is America.
So the damage value on your Desert Eagle is +4. You'll want to make a note of that somewhere. There's a place for inventory, but it doesn't have your default normal items that you can add. So you'll just add it. I don't think it did. Unless you want to add AP breaching rounds. AP rounds. Looks like it just has specials.
That's pretty cool.
Net gun, taser, flare gun, lockpick gun, gunship.
Ooh, gunship. Man, people really go hard in this game, huh? We haven't even scratched the surface.
Apparently. Spot, the robotic dog.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, your standard handgun is not listed in Demiplane, but it is the equivalent of a 357 Magnum, close enough for this chart, and it does a +4 damage. So your attack with that will end up being composure plus firearms to shoot, and any successes over their dodge is damage +4. It's not +4 dice to your roll. It's you still rolling composure and firearms, but after you calculate success, it's 4 more points of damage automatically, which is hefty.
It's pretty good.
To a human. To a human.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have no problem acquiring that and finding it with your successes. So you're good to go there. And you are at the campus. That not the page I wanted to be on, or is it? Yes.
We gotta find out where this where Professor Reed tends to teach his classes, right? Or where his office might be.
No, he's a student.
Oh, he's a student. That's right. Not a professor. And either way, we need to get into the records somehow, right?
Well, you've already been searching through records. You just had the wrong name.
Yeah. Yeah, does Nathan Reed bring up better stuff?
Yes. Give me intelligence plus technology +1 die for your contact that's helping.
Oh, yeah. I put out a thing, yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of dice.
I was just assuming that you'd be reaching back out to him again.
3 successes.
Only 3?
Only 3. I have 1 more willpower.
Do you want to spend that last willpower? Does somebody want to give you
Locked.
a boon in chat?
Hell, I'll give him my boon from earlier.
Okay, that's an extra die.
Mm-hmm.
You want to roll that before you spend your last willpower?
I already rolled, and I didn't get any extra successes, and then I rolled that extra dice, and I also didn't get any extra successes. All I got 3.
The difficulty,
Good try.
difficulty was 4.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I got booned. Oh, no, Gary got booned. Son of a bitch. And then...
I'm not a player today. I'm the GM, the storyteller. I will pass my boon over to you, Jahan. You want to roll 1 more die on that one?
Success! Okay, cool.
There you go.
Amazing.
Thank you, chat.
Nathan Reed's student roster has him attending a lecture right now. And you know where you can find the lecture hall easily enough.
Okay. I'll pass that along to my compatriots. It's this way, guys. Come on.
Let's go. Lead the way.
I probably have a weird, wild look on my face that you don't see often. But, yeah.
Why don't I wait in the hallway while you guys go into the lecture hall? I'm gonna draw a few eyes if I walk through that door.
It's true.
Holler if you need me.
Yeah, me and you more or less fit in, right?
Yeah. I'm not wearing anything special.
I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. I'm gonna do the flush of life.
Yeah, it's a rouse check.
Success.
Can I?
I'll stir the
Even do
blood
that?
here. Yeah, everyone can do it.
Man. Well, so I've got a Bane. I have to feed recently. I'd have to have fed recently to do a Flush of Life.
Ooh, that's a cool one. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little extra dead. So
You're a little extra dead.
it doesn't happen.
Well, you'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see me liven up a bit.
Kind of look at you like,
I have hot, fresh blood in my veins too, so I'm ready to go. Rah!
And I'm going to prospects. Oh, you don't have that though. Do you have that? Nope. You also only have heightened senses.
No, I have premonition.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh, I have heightened senses of premonition. Yeah. Oh, I don't have the other thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing is what you need right now.
Yeah.
Well, it would. There's a secret you can uncover if you had sense the unseen. Otherwise,
I bet it's cool.
you guys glance from the back of the lecture hall, scoping the few students that are there. There's a small cluster kind of near the front, paying average attention, nothing super special. Occasionally talking to each other. Your eyes just slip right past them because they seem to blend right in not too well, but not off at all. You scan around. There's a few students. It's a big lecture hall, but it's mostly empty. Night classes are kept here, but they're not as popular as the day classes. So there's the one that your eyes stop on the longest is a man dressed in a hoodie and a baseball cap, wearing sunglasses. Other than that, looks like your normal average student. Give me a charisma plus persuasion or manipulation plus persuasion.
That's all you.
Your difficulty is 3.
persuasion and manipulation. That's a 3.
He notices you, scoping him out. Looks at the professor again, back up at the professor, who doesn't seem to notice. And he nods.
Nod back, and I want to sort of like tell him to like pantomime come here.
He looks back up at the professor. Gives a shrug like, I'm trying to learn here. Fine. And gets up and walks over. Yeah. You want to talk to me about Alan? Meet me at my haven. After this class.
Look at Nori really fast, and then Val, you got a address for us?
Yeah, he'll give you the address.
Is he being honest with us?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
I'm gonna do that as well. And just insight, or do I throw another attribute on there?
Depends on how you're trying to read him, I guess. It's all in the approach, but insight would give you, so it's an attribute plus insight. Which attribute depends upon how you want to read, to get that read.
I don't know.
Kind of just feeling it. Long years of studying body language. Liars know each other. How are you?
Yeah.
How are you using?
I mean, I'm just I'm very honest and very like lying's very antithetical to me. So like it just feels wrong. So like I guess like suss it out like that.
Yeah, that's usually a wit.
Yeah.
Ava's the opposite, and
Mm-hmm.
is gonna. So can I throw manipulation on there? See if a liar can spot a liar.
Yeah.
I got 3 with my honest boy face.
I got 9.
9 successes.
Mm-hmm. There's another success in there, or critical.
Yeah.
On the normal die. Mm-hmm.
On the hunger die?
No. The regular ones.
We need that hunger. We need that bestial, that messy criticals.
Gonna happen soon.
Yeah, he knows that you're here to talk about Alan. You don't really get a feel for why, other than, well, he's a reclusive historian. It's his business to know things. And he wants to talk to you at his haven. Because here is not an appropriate place to discuss kindred business.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Does make sense.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you there.
I'm gonna look at you, Ava. You and Chromia go scope it out. I'm gonna keep an eye on him. And I'll sit in the back and just like attend the lecture. I feel like I can fit in the best. So
yeah, I nod at you and
I'll pull out my
head back to
laptop.
Chromia.
Just look like another student.
That is normally stealth. I could see etiquette or subterfuge being used, performance, all of which you have no dots in.
I have no dots in.
So give me.
What about? I am just trying to be a student here. Can I use academics? I'm just attending a class. I am,
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use academics and composure.
Academics, composure, and does my honest face give me the 2 dice for this?
Sure.
Fuck yeah! It's a lot of dice. 6 successes. I have a critical on a normal dice, and on a hunger dice.
Nobody other than Nathan realizes you shouldn't be here.
Cool.
The lecture is droll. It's history. It's it's not even local history. It's world history, predating your time. You do not catch Kieran nodding every now and then, and sometimes just shaking his head when he's talking about
I'm gonna start wondering
old world history.
I'm gonna start wondering if he was there. Be like, oh shit.
That's a logical question.
I'll be like, damn, is he really that old? Because we're all just, we're still within our normal lifespans. Like, this isn't, that's crazy. All right, yeah.
I mean, it's not ancient history.
Yeah.
But it predates your time.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep an eye, make sure he doesn't give us a slip, and I'll let them scope out the haven for booby traps or landmines or horrible Zamisi amalgamate ghouls or any, I don't know, whatever.
He's not Smitsi.
That'd be cool. I like Zamisi.
He's not the Meatsy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find his.
If you remember, I enjoy the Zamisi. Yeah.
I have a Smitsi SPC. I originally created her as a player character, and I want to play her. But honestly, she's more of an amalgamation of Toreador and Ventru than actual Smitsi. So I don't know if it's. I like it, and she uses her flesh crafting in BDSM scenes.
Kinky.
Yeah. But overall, she's like a cross between a Ventru and Toreador. Okay. There. Kieran's Haven. Kieran's Haven is the city's old courthouse, but kept in pristine condition. It's a small 2-story building with administrative offices, 3 courtrooms, and a holding cell in the basement, which is probably where you would assume he sleeps. How are you attempting to get in? It's a well kept but abandoned building. You
Here's
just
what
open
I'm
out the
worried
outside.
about, Ava.
Huh?
Here's what I'm worried about, Ava. If anyone tried to break into our place, they'd be met with all sorts of security, all sorts of traps and problems. If we go poking around in his place, we might be stirring up a whole lot more trouble than we're meant to. Maybe we just put our eyes on it and make sure it's not a trap. But as far as going inside, I don't know. Seems like a bad way to make a friend.
I'm gonna give you,
Yeah.
Chromio, a free insight because you mentioned it. You mentioned traps. This is an old courthouse. You're somewhat aware that there is a cellar with prison cells, which sounds very familiar, especially to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Not only going in, but if it is a trap, getting out might be a problem too.
And that's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, there's a feral Wight in there waiting to rip our faces off.
Yeah. That is
It's
within the
very
realm
eager
of
to talk.
possibilities.
So I will just walk around the place and try to look through windows. I mean, I just whatever, what a street burglar would do. I'm not trying to break in, but looking through windows ain't gonna kill anybody.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a Dex stealth, just difficulty 2 though. And since you have 4 dice there, you can just take the success, or you can roll.
I'll take the success with the 4 dice.
Okay. Yeah, it's very well kept up for an abandoned building, but it's also clear that it's not used during the day.
I'm going to activate heightened senses.
Thanks
As
for
well.
the follow, Magical Mystic.
Nothing's really drawing your attention. It's not. I mean, there's a street light out there, but it's not so bright that it's going to distract you. The sirens wailing as they go past aren't coming down this street, so they're not really damaging your hearing. But you don't notice anything unusual. It's just you hear it more. You hear everything, all the ambiance, better and more. But there's nothing in particular to pick up.
I'm not hearing anything. I don't think they're gonna come out to us.
Yeah, sounds dead
We
quiet.
have
in
to open
there.
that door. Mm-hmm. It does. Sounds very quiet. We're gonna have to open that door at some point.
I mean, could wait for Kieran to open it for you, or you could try and get in yourself.
That's right, we're ahead of
Scope the
Kieran
place.
right now.
I feel like
Yeah.
we scoped the place.
I'm gonna shoot a
He didn't
text.
tell us to commit burglary.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna shoot a text to Nori on my little Nokia. Still in class? Question mark. Learn anything?
We're just sitting here, right? Yeah, I'll report back. Yeah, still here.
The class is wrapping up. It took a little while to get there.
We're about to leave. I think class is ending soon. See you in a minute.
I don't reply or anything. I just let Chromia know. Their class is almost wrapping up. They should be here soon.
Cool. Tell him we're waiting outside just so he knows we didn't go in this thing.
Yeah.
I send as much. I say we'll be here. That's all I say actually, and that's it.
I'll send a winky face emoji, but the old way, using like emoticons, because she probably can't get real emotes. So yeah.
True.
Okay, and then I'll follow him back to the place.
You get there. Kieran opens the door, then offers it to you. If you go in first, great. If not, he will go in first to show good faith and say nothing happening, but the offer is there. Discretion being the better part of the valor, you probably hang back and let him go in first.
Yeah.
Which he will. Closes the door and says, "Okay, we don't use much of this building, but you can come to my office." He takes you down to one of the courtrooms.
When I pass through the door, I'm gonna like scope it, make sure it's not gonna lock forever.
Nope, not forever. But it does have a good lock on it.
That's fine. That's
It
understandable.
does not. I mean, the normal door lock engages, but you can tell that there's another layer of security.
That's not unreasonable. No. Can I tell what the other layer is, or do I need to investigate further? I'm not really trying to be invasive. I'm just glancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This city hall is capable of going into lockdown.
I'm going to make a note of that, and I will use my expertise to try to see if I notice, like, the controls or, like, maybe an override anywhere. Just as we're walking, I'm going to be keeping a lookout.
Yeah, give me that roll.
Intelligence technology?
Yeah, and I'll throw in networks because you're looking for overrides, and you're looking for trigger points and overrides, and
5 successes.
you're getting a good sense for the security system. You think you could hack it if you're able to get to the main terminal,
Okay.
but there doesn't seem to be any other way without appropriate hacking tools.
Can I tell where the terminal is?
No, it's not obvious.
Okay.
You would guess that it's in one of the normal offices, probably the security office. That's your best guess.
It's probably the one that has a computer that's on. Yeah,
You're not walking past that office, so it's
Yeah.
not obvious. But that would be a best guess.
I'll note, like,
Um,
the officers are that way. That's probably where the terminal is. I'll just keep this in my head. You know,
Mhm.
if I can take control of his trap from him.
Yeah.
There that's
there
good.
appear to be lockdown buttons in anywhere a security officer, if this was still an active courthouse,
Yeah.
anywhere a security officer might be standing, or a judge, a bailiff, or whatever, any official personnel, anywhere that they might be stationed throughout a day, there's a lockdown button.
Damn. I'm gonna shoot Ava like a this is something could be up here.
It all looks old.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it looks like it was built when it was an active courthouse.
It also seems like the ideal place to feed a white. Just saying. All you gotta do is hit a button and let him go. Like, yeah, shit. Chromio said there's probably cells in the basement too, which could be where. Yep.
Right. Once you get into the courtroom,
While we're walking, once we enter the courtroom, as we enter, I'm gonna say, "So, is he here?"
no.
Oh, it makes me feel better about the cells in the basement. Here I thought we were gonna get all trapped up and chopped up by a werewolf guy.
No.
That's right, vampire wolf, my bad.
No, still no. Look, Alan and I had a relationship. And as he's talking, you get a sense as his obfuscate drops a little that he is actually hideous hiding underneath those shades and hood and hat. He's got the hat drawn down, the sunglasses he's still wearing, the hood drawn up over the hat, the ball cap. He's doing his best to hide his looks, but a Nosferatu can never hide them too well, too long. And so it becomes obvious to you that He is Nosferatu, and that's what he's hiding. Look, Alan and I, we had a relationship. He wanted to gain the powers of supernatural strength that I have access to. And I needed him and his social freedom to gather more information about the other sects in town. The Church of Cain is here, the Anarchs are here. I needed his freedom to roam. He told me that he knew more about certain powers of ours than he actually had. And when Alan pressed for advanced lessons, he became bloodbound to me. He took it hard. And soon that bond interfered with his duties to me. And he could no longer teach me advanced strength. Or that, and I couldn't teach him advanced strength. He lost usefulness. He was good at hiding it. I didn't think anybody knew about our connections. Obviously, somebody did. I would assume Ashley, his ghoul, caught us. He was hungry for power and strength when I could no longer provide it. He got reckless. He would not reach out for help. He commanded Ashley and Troy to cover up his crimes and his messiness. And when he would not for help, I cut him off and I drove him away. That was the last I saw of him until recently, where
Tell us
he's
more about that.
the Wight. More about driving him away. More about
when was that? It would have had to have been recently.
It was about a month and a half ago.
And you saw him again
Look,
since then?
He's the Wight. That's obvious.
And he's bloodbound to you.
It's weaker now. He's been on more than a month without feeding from me.
But you can still control him.
If there were any of him left to control.
Can you summon him? Can you call him back?
No. But Look, I know you're investigating this and trying to track him down. I need you to swear, if I can prove to you that my connection to Alan is severed, I need you to promise me that you'll keep my involvement quiet. I cannot lose my position with the Camarilla. Yes, I feel some level of guilt. It could be that my driving him away, he took it harder than I expected, and that's what
Look,
drove him to
Bubba,
this.
I got some bad news for you, buddy. You're not gonna like this. Our coterie is gonna get absolutely axed if we don't prove who did what. The who's who of the whole situation. You understand? It's my neck or yours, and I don't know you. So
Well-
I picked my neck.
That's true. There is maybe a little more nuance. Might be able to lean in on. First of all, Kieran, what you also should know is that you're already under the eye of some investigation besides our own. Whatever links you guys have had, you and Alan, it's known to some degree. That being said, if there's a direction you could point, if there's anyone else you can give us in terms of who might be covering or transporting Alan or otherwise keeping him alive this long, maybe that might become a cover story. Maybe the relationship you two had doesn't need to be talked about. But at the end of the day, all of our necks are on the line.
You seem like you've been around the block. I bet you know a few hiding places all around this town, don't you?
Yes.
What about, what's his name? Bo Cunningham? Think he might have anything else to do with it? Anything more than you?
Oh. Could be. Could be.
If you want to prove your connection is severed, you want to prove it to the whole Camarilla, the best way is to help us find this guy, kill this guy. Look, if he's dead, there's definitely no connection between you and him. Definitely no influence.
That's true. Nice clean cut for everybody.
Everybody give me a wits insight.
Three successes.
2 successes.
3.
You all see him occasionally glance at the button that is conveniently very close to his hand. Nora, you know what that button is. The rest of you can probably guess.
I mean, I feel like something's about to happen here. I'm gonna look him in the eyes. I'm gonna compel him to step away from the button.
Contested. Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a shot. Let's check it out. I mean, it's not my best roll. Like, it's not my best stats, but I got 1, so let's see.
1?
Yeah, I got 1. I mean, I only get 3 dice for it. I am new.
What is he rolling? Intelligence resolve.
Yeah. Oh, shit. His intelligence is probably high as fuck.
Literally met him in a college class.
Yeah. It's okay. You can roll bad. But it's a two-pronged sword. I'm also saying out loud that he can't touch that button. So...
I don't have the dots in there. I should have done the dots. Okay.
12 successes.
Only 5, and that's because I didn't because so SPCs don't have the full stat breakdown. They just have social, mental, and physical,
Yeah.
and a generic disciplines pool. So his social is 6, his mental is 6. I averaged them and reduced it by 2. And he's still got 5 successes, and he smacks the button as you're telling him not to.
Shit.
And all around you, you hear as doors and windows shudder and the building goes into lockdown. What is everybody's immediate response to the noise? Especially those of you with heightened senses.
Can I deactivate that as a thing? Do I have to deactivate it as a thing?
It lasts until you say it's turned off.
Well, I imagine probably after the...
It is an on and off,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Okay.
it's a... In general, it's I turn it on, I turn it off,
Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
the end of a scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it
So
takes
I
one or
wasn't
two
I wasn't
loud
using
clicks
mine during this scene, so
yeah,
before I deactivate.
and the scouting would have been a separate scene, so it'll be
Oh,
off.
true.
You're good.
Cool.
But yeah, as what are your immediate instincts when you hear these noises?
Run for the door.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Chromio?
it's not too late to let us out of here. We already told the Camarilla we were coming to see you tonight.
Okay.
So you're gonna try and convince him? Yeah, I'm trying to head towards the office, but
Yeah, I just wanted your gut instinct. It not even a full action, just what your gut instinct would be.
run.
And mine's
Okay.
like, no, you should. It's not too late. You shouldn't have done that. It's not too late to undo what you've done.
Not Ava. She runs to the door.
Woohoo does not get hungrier as bats, a swarm of bats, come down from the rafters in here, in this courtroom, and just kind of swarm around him, making him difficult to see. And then impossible to see. You can't see him. Like he just melted into the bats.
Fuck. That's something that Gangle can probably do, so that's cool. That's exciting. See, fucking, like, we called it. We knew. We knew. We came anyways. Hey, life's more fun that way. I don't think he's listening, Chromio. We gotta get out of here.
Sure, lead the way. Let me know how that goes.
Yeah, this door is it's locked. We're trapped in this straight room.
Yeah, right now you're trapped in the
Courtroom.
courtroom. Yep.
Shit. Oh,
Yeah, I kind of just call from the door. If you find something over there, let me know.
I mean, you can try and get through it. It does not look super difficult.
Oh, good.
You can try to hotwire the security
walk up.
system manually.
You think a 50 caliber round would open that lock?
Gun
To
safe.
the courtroom. To the
Yeah.
courtroom, it might. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just start shooting doors out. I got this gun for a reason. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I bought a gun.
The bigger, thicker bolt systems, that gun won't work on. But the individual doors in the interior doors it'll work on.
Follow me. Let me get a few of these doors out of the way. Nori, you may have to do some work at the end of the hallway. So I just walk up and start blasting locks off doors. Bought this lockpick earlier from a friend across town.
Give me marching orders as you go out the door.
Shit, I guess it's me first.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't want it to be, but I'm the one with the lockpick.
All right. So you go out, you blast through the door, you open it up, and you go through. Who's next?
I'll go next. I gotta open
Ava.
the other doors.
Ava, as you're getting ready to walk out, you get grabbed from behind.
Shit.
Are you going to attempt to grab back in a combat maneuver or try to get away?
I cry out first, and then I do try to get away. Yeah. The first move is just break that grasp if I can.
Okay. Luckily he's not super great at it. With only one success is all you need for your Dex Athletics to escape the grasp as he's trying to grab you and pull you back into the shadows.
Dex Athletics, just gotta beat 1. I got 2.
Yep. He is visible for a moment, but as you turn to shout to get their attention, he disappears again. I just need to keep track of how hungry he gets.
Shit. I say that. I shout that out loud. We need to move quickly, as if it wasn't obvious enough, and I'm running behind the other two.
I'm gonna navigate. I'm gonna tell them where to turn to get to the offices. We gotta get to the console.
Give me... intelligence academics, or you can take half, which is your default, which would be an automatic 3 successes.
I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, you find your way to the offices without much problem. You locate the security office. You have to blast through a couple more doors. Kieran has not shown himself again yet. But Chromio, you're going to actually have to give me this firearms roll, composure plus firearms.
Composure.
Because he is attempting to stop you from doing it as he becomes visible.
Good. I don't have any firearm skill, which I love. 0 successes, which is what we need to see right now.
You want to use that willpower, baby boy?
Yeah, let's see. I have 2, so let's see what happens. We're at the end of this session.
Yeah.
Let's re-roll. And it's still 0 successes. Let's use my last willpower.
Yeah,
Let's do it one more time.
willpower. Do it again.
So your boxes
Alright,
are
still
full.
0.
Future rolls while your boxes are full. Thankfully, it's the end of the night, so you get either composure or resolve, which for you, it would be the same. You'll get 2 of those boxes back at the beginning of next session. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. It's composure
Hooray.
or resolve, whichever is higher. You get that many boxes back
Oh man.
for free. Yeah. Chromio, you miss. Yeah, I mean it's a lock on a door. It's right there in front of you, but you miss because Kieran has reappeared and grappled you. and that's the cliffhanger we'll end on.
Damn.
Oh boy, man, this is good. This is getting good. I really like it. All right, hey everybody, thanks for watching. Fresh Out the Box plays Vampire the Masquerade. I am Johananon, also known as Nori the Tremere.
It's me, Casualty CDG, co-host of Fresh Out the Box. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, follow Jahan on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter because it's horrible now, but I bet Jahan's still over there being friends with people. He likes people and the internet. Follow us over here on the YouTubes and the Twitches, and come catch us on Thursdays and Fridays doing stuff and being part of things. We're your friends, and we give you kisses while you sleep.
And it's been myself, Erin Bamier. I'm a game designer with Adventure Slang Productions. We are, productioning some adventures. You can check that out, what we're doing, at www.adventureslang.com. We've got podcasts where we talk about what it's like to play TTRPGs and what's cool about TTRPGs. We got a little adventure podcast going on called the Tales of Nephis? Why can't I remember anything today? But just go check it out. It's going to be cool. You're going to like it, That's adventureslang.com. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I'll be here next week, being fresh as I do. Thanks, everybody.
And I am Vampire Bites, the storyteller for this wonderful coterie and chronicle. We'll see what kind of trouble they get themselves into next week. Stay tuned. And if you can't get enough of your vampire fill, this Sunday I'm not running a game on my channel, but I am playing Vampire the Masquerade, Reckoning of New York. Two of my players are out. So on weeks that we're not having a game, I'm running the interactive virtual storybook, whatever it's called, of Hunt of the Reckoning, or Vampire the Masquerade, Reckoning of New York. There are hunters involved, though. So that'll be fun. You get to help me make the decisions. Sunday morning, 11:30 Eastern.
Thanks everyone for watching. Stay fresh.
Stay fresh, blood bags.